Never speak out of anger in your marriage. Whatever you do, never speak out of anger in your marriage. I'll tell you a story. Marcus had been married for 11 years. One night, after a heated argument, he looked at his wife and said, "I never should have married you. You have been nothing but a burden." She didn't cry. She just went quiet. 3 weeks later, she handed him divorce papers. He spent years trying to take back 12 words. 12 words. He never fully could. You see, words spoken in anger don't disappear. They move in and they live there. They live in the mind of your spouse. And so today I want to share with you 5 reasons why you should never speak out of anger in your marriage or any relationship. At the workplace or at play, wherever you are, never speak out of anger. 5 reasons why you should not. Number 1, what anger does to the brain. Let me explain that. Biology explains why angry words are so destructive and hard to control. You see, when you are flooded with anger, your brain's rational center shuts down and your survival instincts take over. That's it. It's considered like this. When you are angry, the brain interprets it as though you are in trouble. And so you must do something. At that moment, the brain's rational center, the center here responsible for rational thinking, shuts down. It does not process information much anymore. And so your survival instincts take over. In this state, you don't think, you react. And your mouth moves faster than your wisdom. In other words, the mouth is set in motion before the mind is put in gear. Did you know, friends, it takes up to 20 minutes for your nervous system to fully regulate after being triggered. And so this is why sometimes people are encouraged to count to 10 when you feel impressed to talk out of anger. Count to 10. That gives time for the emotion, for the message to travel from the amygdala, the emotional center of the brain at the back, to the prefrontal cortex, to the front of the brain that has to do with rational thinking. And so, remember, always you are triggered and motivated to respond out of emotion. Because the sensation hits the emotional section of the brain first, even before it travels to the prefrontal cortex. So at this time, with that understanding, when you're triggered, don't react immediately. No. Take a deep breath, and you must allow your wisdom to trip in before you respond. So, you must understand what anger does to your brain. Number 2, the second reason why you should avoid speaking out of anger. Number 2, what the Bible says about your tongue. God has never been silent on the power of words, especially in your closest relationship. Proverbs 12 and verse 18 says, reckless words, thoughtless words, ill-advised speech pierce like sword. Your tongue is a weapon you can choose not to draw. It is said, that our words can make a heaven of hell or a hell of heaven. Just our words. Our words have power to create or to destroy. You can understand God used words to create the universe. The Bible said that he spake and it was done. He commanded and it stood fast. Just with the power of words, he created a universe. And then he made us in his likeness. Our words too can have creative power, and we must be aware of that. Our words can build up or tear down depending on how we use it. Next, James chapter 1 and verse 19 commands us to be slow to speak and slow to anger. This is not a suggestion, no, this is God's design. This is a command. This is a mandate, a spiritual mandate. Be slow to speak, slow to anger. Or later on in this presentation, I'm going to teach you how anger can turn off your spouse, your girlfriend, so much, your boyfriend, that they will not even, they have no desire to be in your presence. That's the power of words. But let's hear what the Bible has to say. Remember this, you cannot claim spiritual leadership in your home and consistently wound your spouse with your words. We must understand the power of words. Did you know, friends, after 30 years helping couples across the world, I have seen no habit, no practice calculated to destroy romance in marriage, to destroy the bliss and beauty of the relationship than careless words. It's not the big thing that destroy marriage, no. Little things, those words that are spoken in joke, but yet they are calculated. They are designed to undermine your spouse. Words that belittle and berate them. Little by little, the romance is gone from the marriage. When you expect your husband to open the door for you, he's not motivated to do so, for words over time have emasculated him. When you expect that your wife would kiss you when you come home and then she's pouting and you wonder what's wrong, your words have reduced her. Words are powerful. So let's remember that. The third reason why you should avoid speaking when you're angry, the emotional damage that lingers. Angry words don't just hurt in the moment, no, they replay in the mind. That's it. They wake up in the morning and conscience gets a hearing even while they're sleeping sometimes. And those words start to filter through their mind. And they say, wow, I cannot believe they said this to me. It's painful. Oh yes, friends, the words replay in their mind like a record. The emotional damage that lingers. Remember this now. Your spouse will remember the exact words, the exact tone, and the exact look on your face. That's not forgotten. That's the power of words. They sink deep into the subconscious. Repeated verbal wounds create emotional walls that take years of consistent love to tear down. Repeated verbal wounds creating walls in your marriage that may take years to break down. Oh friends, whatever you do, don't speak out of anger. Angry words destroy. Also, you must understand trust is also damaged. Trust, once cracked by cruel words, requires far more than an apology to repair. Did you know, friends, that there are some words spoken to your wife, even an apology does not repair it that easily. Oh yes, so you must put a watch on your tongue. Oh, number 4, the fourth reason why you should not speak out of anger. The practical fallout nobody talks about. Anger doesn't just damage feelings, no, it damages the entire structure of your marriage. Not just their feelings, no, the entire framework, the entire structure, the fiber of your marriage is torn apart. from angry words. You see, children who witness angry words and angry outbursts internalize them as the blueprint for their relationships. In other words, they replicate that when they have their relationship in the future. Oh yes, for they see that as the blueprint for resolving conflicts. The children replicate what you established years ago. Patterns of verbal anger often escalate over time, and this is serious. What starts as words rarely stays as words. What does that mean? If your partner is in the habit of hurling abusive words at you, angry words many times, those words escalate into physical abuse. Oh yes, remember this. What starts as words rarely stays as words. You cannot build intimacy with someone who is afraid of your mouth. Oh, friends, if you have come to the point where your spouse is afraid of you, afraid of your mouth, afraid of what you're going to say next, afraid of your judgment, afraid of your criticism, you cannot build intimacy with a partner. Oh no. You see, intimacy requires tenderness. Tenderness. So whenever you have an issue, remember, lower the temperature. Lower the heart rate. Allow the heart rate to be lowered before you speak. So you can speak in a calm, collected, calculated tone. Avoid angry words in your marriage. Number 5, the 5th reason why you should not speak out of anger. What to do? What should you do when you feel like exploding? Number 5 is the solution. I want to give you the solution to all of these problems. Okay? Now let's go. Silence is not weakness. It's not. You see, silence is one of the most powerful tools a wise spouse carries. Silence. Oh, the Bible reminds us. The Bible reminds us, friends, that silence can quench a fire. Silence. Oh, yes. The calculated words. Words that are not fitly spoken. So what you do, call a timeout before you speak. Just say to your spouse, I need 20 minutes. I need 20 minutes to recalibrate, to think about this. I need 20 minutes to decompress. Just say that to your spouse before you utter angry words. Okay? Before you say words that you cannot retrieve, just say that. Also, the next solution, write it down before you say it loud. Take a piece of paper, write down how you feel. What looks ugly on paper should never be spoken aloud. Oh, that will help you in controlling what you say. Finally, ask yourself, will these words heal or destroy? That's a good question to ask yourself before you utter those words. Will these words heal or destroy? Then choose accordingly. Friends, you see, not every spouse will give you a second chance. So, be in control of your words. You may not get a second chance to make it right. So start protecting your marriage with your mouth today. If you found this video helpful, may I ask you a big favor? First of all, share this with someone who needs it. Secondly, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe today. Just click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another video, and that you get more truth like this that can actually help your marriage. So like and share, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. By the way, if you'd like a free copy of my ebook, click the link below, download it today, and feel free to join the marriage community at marriagessaved.com. In this community, we talk about everything marriage and relationship. You have a tough question that you'd like to have answered, that's where you ask it in this community. You're dealing with issues in your marriage and you do not know how to calibrate the issues and how to negotiate them. This is where we seek to address those issues with the hope of finding solutions. So come on over. You'll also get all my free resources. Join us today, marriagessaved.com. And if you'd like to have one-on-one session with me, go to the link, mrmarriage.com. Click the link below, and I'll see you in the next one.